And finishing up my look at upcoming movies, we have the month of December, which has a lot of there's a ton of movies in here. I won't be able to get to most of them, but very few of them that I'm like, oh, I should see that. December 1st, Mother's Day, Jamie King, Rebecca De Mornay. I hear that and you're like, oh, they're gonna start going back to like, have they really run out of ideas? Like we're going back to the '80s where we're gonna do holiday horror movies. And then I clicked on it, it's like horror, but the synopsis, I don't know, it could be interesting. Like the sadistic members of a villainous family return to their childhood home to terrorize the new owners and their guests. I don't know. That sounds interesting to me. Zero Theorem, Billy Bob Thornton, director Terry Gilliam. No synopsis, science fiction fantasy, maybe. Who knows? Chronicles of Narnia, don't care. Tron Legacy, I'll be honest, I'm not as excited about it as some people, but I think it looks cool. Yogi Bear with Anna Faris and Dan Aykroyd, Justin Timberlake, and Tom Cavanaugh. That'll be a winner. That'll probably be as good as Garfield. Everything You've Got with Jack Nicholson, Reese Witherspoon, Paul Rudd, Owen Wilson. A romantic comedy centered on a love triangle between a professional softball player, a corporate executive, and a major league pitcher. I don't know. I don't like the sound of it. Little Fockers, sequel to Meet the Fockers and Meet the Parents. Same cast. Story is set around Greg and Pam from Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers raising their mischievous son who makes their lives a wreck. I have a feeling that'll suck. I like Meet the Parents. I don't like Meet the Fockers. This sounds even worse. Gulliver's Travels starring Jack Black. No. Christmas Day, you have a remake of True Grit with Jeff Bridges, Matt Damon, Josh Brolin. They got the cast right, and they got the directors, the Coen brothers. Um, I think it'll be cool. The Illusionist, something about a magician. This is also Christmas Day, a magician whose thunder is being stolen by emerging rock stars. He keeps forced to accept increasingly obscure assignments in fringe theaters, garden parties, and bars. He meets a young fan who changes his life forever. Again, you just don't know what to think of some of that stuff to see more on it. Season of the Witch with Nicolas Cage, Ron Perlman. Is this like a remake of Halloween 3? That would be awesome. 14th century knights transport a suspected witch to a monastery where monks deduce her powers could be the source of the Black Plague. Oh, that's going to be bad. Beverly Hills Cop 4, starring Eddie Murphy. Awesome. Directed by Brett Ratner, which, that almost feels appropriate. And, I shouldn't pick on him. I thought he did, I thought the X-Men he did was okay. But yeah, it looks like Beverly Hills Cop 4. Oh, no, wait, it's listed for 2011. That's the thing with this. Like, I think most of this stuff, that's why it has so many movies in December. I think most of them are actually next year, but I'll do a few more. Really, December looks kind of slim. Like, even though there's all these movies listed here, I'm like, there's nothing I'm excited about here. And if this will fucking open, 13, starring Sam Riley, Mickey Rourke, and Jason Statham, and Ray Winstone. A naive young man assumes a dead man's identity and finds himself embroiled in an underground world of power, violence, and chance where men gamble behind closed doors on the lives of other men. That sounds cool. Hopefully that makes it out in 2010. Bunraku with Ron Perlman, also Josh Hartnett, Demi Moore, and Woody Harrelson. I like Woody Harrelson. A lone drifter comes to town seeking revenge, but soon finds himself up against a bigger challenge than he originally planned. I don't know. I don't know what to make of some of these. You don't know much about them yet. There's not that many others I think are coming out this year, which to me looks like I'm probably missing what the big movie of December is going to be. There's something there. I think it could be this one. Where is it? It's called Fair Game. Where is it? Fair Game, starring Naomi Watts, Sean Penn, Noah Emmerich, and Ty Burrell. And it's like about this New York Times op-ed piece saying that the Bush administration has manipulated intelligence about weapons of mass destruction. And it's like, about how we fucked up going into Iraq. And this reporter breaking the story on it. I don't know if he's breaking the story, considering it's just an op-ed piece. I don't know how you get a movie out of that. But really, I mean, it seems like this movie year is peaking in September and October, even August. Nothing I'm looking at here, I'm like, I gotta see that. But probably there's something in December here I'm missing. What's the one I'm most excited for out of December, though? God. It's not Tron Legacy. I think Mother's Day sounds interesting, I'll be honest. The one with the family that goes to their old house and terrorizes the new family that's there. And I also think 13 sounds cool. I like the cast of 13, like Mickey Rourke, Jason Statham, and Ray Winstone. It sounds like a cool, like, Fight Club meets Hostel type thing. That could be really good. And I like Beverly Hills. I like the idea of another Beverly Hills Cop. Maybe Eddie Murphy doing something with some balls in it. What's this? Oh shit, this is it. This is my most anticipated one. I don't know what it's about, but it's called Paul, as in a person's name, Paul. And here's why I'm interested. It's Seth Rogen, Jason Bateman, and Bill Hader. All awesome. Director Greg Matala, who did Adventureland, one of, I think, the best comedies in a long, long, long time. Not so much that it's funny, it's just a really good movie. And what's the synopsis here? Two British friends travel across the US together. Really? I don't know. I'm interested to see and hear more about that. So let's put the Paul at the top of my December movies, followed by 13, Beverly Hills Cop, and Mother's Day. Let's see how that turns out. That's my look at the movies of the year. I mean, I'm trying to think of like all the things I've gone through here now. Like what are the ones that like really stand out to me that I really want to see, and the one that jumps right to the top of my mind is Buried. I remember seeing that trailer and just going, "Oh, that looks interesting." Like, how are you gonna do a movie that's mostly just in a coffin, or in a coffin, with the camera just on one guy buried alive in a coffin, and like, you know, even more interesting is that Ryan Reynolds is the actor you choose to do that, and he's apparently does a good job. Um, I'm really interested to see that. A lot of the stuff that I really want to see is from October, I think. Um, Man, nothing really I'm dying to see though. That's kind of sad. But then again, I know that there's going to be movies that come out in the next 6 months that I'm just blown away by, and some of them might not even be ones that I listed here. But besides Buried, I think The Social Network has a chance of being really worthwhile. Like I said, I wish there was a bit more. And, I'll leave it on the one that nobody could forget, Rubber, about a tire that goes through the desert and kills people. A fucking tire. Put that on your list, Rubber.